Man, may as well record something, just fucking eating. And look at this shit. This has been raining for like 2 days. And I'm just stuck at the library. I was just smashing over some of the book. Some of the Solus Anthropoids Not Humans book. And yeah, I was just like covering what's his name? Hermes Trismegistus quote. And even he had it in a religious context, you know what I mean? But I just like completed a section where I'm like separating it completely from that. And talking about it in a like surface virus way. I was talking about Binfield's classifications of demons again, the 7 devils. Or that's what I call them, right? He's calling them just classification of demons and sins. I'm like, what? So you can see his like piety upon it, you know what I mean? Like his religiousness on it. But so much OP behaviour. Sorry. I just had a shatter pen. I just bought another one. It clears your lungs out so good. I'm so fucking stoned. It's crazy. I got like energy. I'm so high. I'm like shaking and shit as the bad vibes come up. Like it's just walloping me inward. You know, it's like 80% THC. I'm just fucking munching right now hard. But yeah, I type at like super speed, especially when I'm in this state. So I got high across the road there, but it's called Kush Clinics. And yeah, I just had like 2 puffs, coughed my lungs up the whole way, looking for the library. It's just here, just across the road. And then I'm just sitting there high speed typing. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like every time I write the OP handbook, there's always OP there and like coughing and sniffing, and like I type real loud and shit, so people, I mean, you can't help but notice. But people who can't focus in on themselves are OP. It's not just about inner dialogue or shit like that. It's just that they can't seem to fucking focus inward. And that's the horizontal state. That's what I was just writing about too. So it's funny that, you know, I even put it in the example while it's happening. So it's not just like that people don't have inner voice or whatever. That's true too. These OPs, they refer to horizontal code, what I should do, and that's it. You know what I mean? There is no soul of what they feel might be a slight alteration or enumeration or edit or change or upgrade, etc, etc, you know what I mean? They just Stasi, that's it, just stabilized, just horizontal. So yeah, it can be, you could see it maybe as a positive stabilization in a universe of impermanence principle and constant change. You know, stability is like needed, so I mean we don't want to just get rid of that, but that's the unconscious easy part. Just knowing, you know, copy paste, right? This is the unconscious easy part. That's why I push this so hard, man. It'll change the world like crazy. Imagine innovation when people think for themselves, right? You know what I mean? But we're talking like a rapid pickup of this at the end of time because it's necessary. And there's little time to, say, save all the species of animals, which is true. We're in the 7th mass extinction. Biological life is being turned into simulacrized, right? Simulacrum, higher copy of, simulacrized into techno weird shit. And I made a video recently like chimeras in, you know, the fucking volume 3 Guardians of the Galaxy. I was watching that movie and they had chimera people, you know what I mean, like animal fucking people, and I was like, well, that's a good way to like be this example, like be sideways. Like there's no soul then, you know what I mean? Like if you're a chimera animal in the future, and Ray Kurzweil and shit, they talk about making animals in 2040. So this is on the cards. This is what I'm trying to say. It's just like further NPCization of people and shit, you know what I mean? It really brings the video game theory back into play as well. Or just game theory, you know what I mean? Like game theory. Fuck, I'm so stoned, man. It's crazy. When I was younger, I never used to come up to Caloundra. This is like the southern end of Sunshine Coast. I grew up at Marlborough and I always used to go to Noosa. And it's interesting, here is like got legal weed. I think they might have it in Maroochydore, but I'm not even sure. But no, I'm fucking stoned as fuck and it's legal, so I can yell about it, which is awesome. But yeah, I've got nothing to do right now, so may as well keep talking about this. So it's not just like people that don't have inner speech, it's just like these people are just horizontal, that's it. I mean, I've got that going, I can feel I'm connected to the hive mind and all that. But these people, man, are just in like a huzz state. That's why their eyes roll back in their head and shit when you talk about complex stuff, you know what I mean? And it's just like the day is completely in a daze, taken up soullessly. You know what I mean? That's all I'm talking about in this paragraph at the moment. This type of stuff. And I was just separating it from religion, you know what I mean? Because religion's a good example. You take someone's word for something and then you're doing it, you're living by it. Literally, Jesus said this, Jesus said that. But then it's like rigid, you know what I mean? I hope you guys understand what I mean, because there's a vertical, the spiritual is vertical on the horizontal cross of matter. And they're just horizontal, and it creates like a horizontal surface virus. And I think it's not just a Stasi or stabilization, that's where the corruption happens. Moreover, that when Trismegistus, the Hermes dude, was talking about the soul, everybody has a soul and it's all connected to one soul. I was like, oh, bingo, we can include that too, because yeah. But if it's a fallen matrix, and then I included Binfeld's classification of demons, and he was a bishop, it turns out, that dude. I didn't know Binfeld was a bishop in the 1600s. I just found that information then while writing. And yeah, and so I'm talking about, the everything from lust to pride to wrath and so on. And we can't help but do this, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is the world. You can't help but be prideful and lust to do something, right? So the whole world is driven like this. That's what I was talking about. It's an eddy, this place. People go, oh, simulation, all this. Yeah, it's an eddy, but this is a higher way to see it than just useless. Like, if you see it as a simulation, it becomes disconnected, and there's other ways that are more expressive to see this place, and not in a positive or a negative sense, but as an eddy. I mean, for the people here, it's positive, because it's like a type of free energy, right? That's why they love our fucking energy. Loosh. Because it's basically free. That's never going to be stopped being stolen. You see what I mean? And your ideas, well, maybe you can protect them with a copyright. But the loosh, I mean, there's always someone fucking around you, and whoever has the more negative charge gets the energy, the anions or ionization stolen. So it's just a natural process. That's never going to stop. Even if science figures it out, they're not going to create laws to stop this shit, like social distancing more or some shit, I don't think. Maybe that would be what we should do, because then you could live out in nature naked, high-speed broadband connection, you could talk to everyone, connect, but the point is you're the steward of that little local environment. I'd have food plants everywhere, right? You're your own doctor. You see now how the shaman is the end state, and I also mentioned that in there as well, because society is still swirling in a forever eddy to get to that state. And that's eschatonalized state. And the simulacra is present, and the natural world is still present. So you find me a better solution. Benjamin Clownberg, consciousdesign.net, site creator, the end of human history, conscious revolution. You know what I mean? And when Trismegistus was saying, yeah, everyone's connected to, there's a world soul, then I was saying, well, if it's a fallen matrix, then what? You know what I mean? And then I put in Binfeld's classification of demons, and now I'm saying that is what these people are circulating in. Sure, I connect to that. Sure, I empower them as well, because I'm in this world. That's the point. It's see, it all comes to there, and you're like, oh yes, because that's the makeup of this place. It's not just like, hey, look at the boson-moron field, the Higgs boson field, right, which sits on top of the quantum field, don't forget. I wrote all that in there too, because the quantum would be like the Dow flow, right? And so this Higgs boson field, the bosons and morons. I mean, I'm just going to call this video that.